Hi, this is Math 140 Excel Lab 4, the second problem in the lab manual. I wanted to show you a way to extract your unique list for your headings over here in your bins. Now, Tori had these placings. I guess she was horse racing. And we want to extract a unique data list. Because sometimes, it might be a very large data set. So what we do is we highlight the field and we hit Control Shift down arrow, and will highlight the entire data set for us. We go to Data, Advanced, Copy to another location, and we want to copy over here to A1. Let's just change that. We want unique records only. Now you always highlight the label and you paste it right over the label there. And we have our unique data labels for our list. Now because I had put in the borders, it did copy those. However, I notice it did take out the total, so we'll put that back in there. Okay, to get our frequency distribution, we want to do a Countif. So we do our equal sign, Countif, open parentheses. Now we see it wants our range, so we highlight the first cell, Control Shift down arrow, hit a comma. Now it wants the criteria. Actually, before we do that, let's hit function 4. There, it adds our dollar signs to anchor our data. It will lock it in place. And then we want to hit our comma. Now it wants the criteria. And for the criteria, we want to click on the cell to the left so that unique value will be counted. We hit our parentheses, and then if you hit Control Enter, you will stay in the same cell. And we have two number 2s, which is exactly correct. And that's rather redundant, but there you go. So then we can just copy that down, and then for our sum, if you hit Alt equal sign and then Control Enter to stay in the same cell, that's your keyboard shortcut for doing a sum. Okay, for the relative frequency, you put your equal sign in, you click on the frequency you want to know about, and then you compare it by dividing it by the whole. And you see we have 16.67%. You can see I have already formatted this. To format this, if it's not already formatted, see, I went up here and I went down here and chose percentage. It automatically gives you 2 decimal points. Copy that down. Now here we want to hit our Alt equals Enter, and it does give us 100%, which we want to make sure that it does that because that way we know we are taking into account all of our samples population. For the cumulative frequency, in the first cell, you would basically just say it was equal to the first cell under relative frequency. Now for this cell, you would put your equal in there. The relative frequency for this row is plus the relative frequency above it, and then hit Control Enter. It will give you a cumulative frequency of 50%, which is the 33.33 plus the 16.67. And then just double click, and you see we end up with 100%, which is the same as 100% here, so we're good. Now that's it for the problem 2.